Hi, my name is Dan with ENS Security, and today I'm going to show you how to set up the human vehicle detection analytics on the Uniview system through the web browser and also through the NVR Local Interface. Before we begin, I'd like to remind everyone it's always best practice to make sure that the camera in the NVR system that you're using has the latest firmware and also supports the feature that you're using. And now I'm going to teach you how to set up the human vehicle detection through the web browser. So what you're going to do first is open up Internet Explorer browser, okay, and then make sure all your ActiveX settings are enabled. That way you can utilize all the full features of the browser. Once you're done there, you're going to go ahead and type in the IP address of the NVR. So in this example here, I put in 192.168.1.240 in the URL bar. Once you're done there, you'll see the login page. So now I'm going to go ahead and log in, putting in the username, which is admin, all lowercase in this example. Password is going to be ENS, lowercase, 12345, and then click login. Once you're logged into the system, one of the first things I like to do is just make sure I can see the camera view first, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and select the single channel mode, click on the camera so I can see the camera view, okay? Next, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and go to the setup menu here. And then one of the first things you want to do is go to client and then make sure that the intelligent mark is selected to be on and then hit save. The reason why you want to do that is because when you go back to the live view, then you can see your analytics rule in live view, okay? Afterwards, you're going to go to the camera menu. You're going to go to schedule. Under the recording schedule and the snapshot schedule, you're going to do the same exact things. You're going to select the camera that you want. Make sure that the recording schedule is on. Under edit, you're going to make sure it's selected as an event, okay? And then copy to all the days that you want. Click OK, hit save, and then do the same thing for the snapshot schedule. Select the camera that you want. Make sure the snapshot schedule is on. Click edit. Make sure it's set as an event, okay? And then copy to all the days that you want and click OK, and then hit save. Once you're done there, we're going to go to the smart menu, and then we're going to set up the analytic rules itself, okay? So there's a couple ways we can do this, but my choice of preference for this example is using the intrusion detection rule. So I'm going to check the intrusion box here, click on the gear, and then one of the first things you want to do is you're going to go ahead and draw the areas, okay? So I'm going to draw an area first, an enclosed area near the entrance here to detect a person. And just keep in mind, if you mess up, you can always redraw the area. So once that's done, you can notice here that the sensitivity, you can adjust it to be higher to pick up an object a lot easier. So in this example, I'm going to select pedestrian for this particular rule, okay? And then I'm going to draw a second rule here. To pick up vehicles. Okay, and then at the bottom here, I'm going to increase the sensitivity and just keep the motor vehicle and non-motor vehicle options checked. Once I'm done there, select all, and then go ahead and click save. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the live view and just verify I can see my detection areas, okay? And then go to single channel mode, click on D2, the camera, and now you can see that the detection rules are showing. So now we're going to demonstrate this in action. So as you can see, a blue car is going through the detection area and it's turning red. So that means it's getting picked up. So what I'm going to do now is go to the smart menu, go under VCA search, select the camera that I want, and then go ahead under the event type, select intrusion detection because that's the rule I'm using. Hit search. And as you can see here, the car got picked up in that direction. So I'm going to click the checkbox here. And as you can see on the right-hand side, it shows the camera ID, the timestamp, the event type is intrusion detection, and the object type is motor vehicle. So I'm going to click play. And you can see that blue car going in the direction of the parking lot. And if you want to see a larger view, just double-click the double arrows for a larger view. And if you want to escape that, just hit the escape button on the computer, and you're back to normal view mode. Now what we're going to do is we're going to show the pedestrian detection in action. So as you can see, she's walking towards the detection area. There's a green box already around her, and once she gets into the detection area, it's going to turn red, as you can see right now, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the Smart Search, go back into VCA Search, select that camera. Under event type, I'm going to select intrusion detection, hit search. And now you can see that her snapshot got picked up, and then I'm just going to check this box, hit the play button here, make it large screen, and then you can see her walking towards the entrance of the building. And then hit the escape button to exit, and that's how you do it. And now I'm going to show you how to set up a human vehicle detection in the NVR Local Interface. So the first thing you want to do is when you log into the NVR, make sure you can see the live camera view, okay? Once you do that, you're going to go to the main menu, go to System, and one of the first things you want to do is check the box that's called Intelligent Mark and then click Apply. The reason why you want to do that is because it makes you able to see the analytics that you're going to set up on the live view, okay? Once you're done, you're going to go to Storage, and then you're going to go ahead and select the camera. And then you're going to go ahead and select the recording schedule based on the analytics that you're going to use. So you're going to select the event in this case. So you're going to select Edit, and then under the type, you're going to select Event, copy to all the days that you want, click OK, and now you can see the color changed. Also make sure that the Enable Schedule is also checked as well. You're going to click Apply, and then you're going to go over to Snapshot and do the exact same thing. Click on the second camera, go to Edit, select the type, which is Event, copy to all the days that you want, click OK, and then click Apply. Now what we're going to do is we're going to set up the analytics itself. So you're going to click on VCA, select the camera you want, and we're going to select between either a crossline or an intrusion detection. So I'm going to select intrusion detection in this example. Then you're going to click the gearbox. Now, since we're demonstrating human vehicle detection, which is detecting different objects, I'm going to set up a couple of different rules to detect each object, okay? So one of the first things I'm going to do is under the trigger action, just verify under the recording option that camera is checked, because then it was going to record the video, okay? And then click OK. The arming schedule, just make sure it's copied to all the days that you want and all the hours that you want. Click Apply, and then click OK. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select the first rule, draw the first rule, okay? So I'm going to draw an enclosed area, which is an intrusion detection area near the entrance here. And this part is going to detect the pedestrians or the person. And always remember, if you're not satisfied with the area that you draw, you can always delete it and then redraw again. Okay, and then here on the right-hand side, the sensitivity, you can adjust that as well. So the higher the sensitivity, the more it's going to pick up an object. Under the snapshot object, you're going to select which object that you want. So in this example, I'm going to select pedestrian. Okay, once I'm done there, I'm going to go ahead and click Apply. Okay, once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and draw the second rule. And I'm going to draw that on the streets here. Okay, so this part is going to be picking up a vehicle. Okay, and then again, I'm going to select motor vehicle and non-motor vehicle, which include motorcycles as well too. And of course, make sure the sensitivity is increased, okay? Once you're done there, you're going to go ahead and click Apply. Then you're going to go ahead and go to the live view and verify that you can see the analytics that you've drawn on the screen, which you can in this example. And then one other thing that you want to do is right-click on the mouse and under preview mode, select Smart. On the right-hand side here is if everything's been picked up correctly, you will see a snapshot of that object that you picked up, and then it's going to give a description, okay? So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and click on the gearbox here, and then go to the Smart Intrusion Prevention. Since I used a intrusion detection analytics, I'm going to check that box, and then the target type, I'm going to select pedestrian, motor vehicle, and non-motor vehicle, and then click OK. So now we're going to demonstrate this in action. As you can see, a blue car just pulled up in the detection area, and on the right-hand side, it shows it as an intrusion detection in a motor vehicle in the time frame. And if you want to see a playback footage, you can click on the image and you'll see the car being pulled into the parking lot area. So you can see the intrusion detection, the camera channel, and the timestamp, and also the motor vehicle. Now you're going to see a person walking through the intrusion detection near the entrance area of the ENS Security. So that green box turned to red, and you see here, it picked her up under intrusion detection, camera 2, and a pedestrian. And that concludes our video tutorial on how to set up the human vehicle detection on the Uniview system through the web browser and on the NVR interface. Once again, thanks for watching.